Hello everybody, I'm Arlo White and this is your CenturyLink scouting report on SoundersFC.com. The Sounders face the second of their three-match homestand against Sporting Kansas City at Qwest Field on Saturday night. The rebranded Kansas City team are currently bottom of the Eastern Conference and they haven't won since an opening day victory at Chivas USA. They've played all 7 of their matches on the road so far as they await the opening of their magnificent new stadium. Kansas City must wait until June the 9th for their first game at the new stadium, Livestrong Sporting Park, against the Chicago Fire. By then, they'll have played all 10 of their MLS games in the 2011 season on the road. It's a really tough start for them. So far, they're 1-5-1 in their 7 games. It's the same road record as they started last season with. This was part of their opening on the road last year. An unforgettable game at Qwest Field. 0-0 going into stoppage time. There's a throw-in from Brad Evans and a wonderful goal by Mike Facito, which caused scenes of pandemonium as the Sounders took all 3 points. Offensively, Kansas City do have some bright sparks. We'll get to those in a minute. But defensively, having conceded 17 goals already this season, they've had a few issues. Last weekend, Sporting Kansas City were thumped 4-1 by an LA Galaxy team that barely got out of second gear. Coach Peter Vermes went with a centre-back partnership of Colin, the Frenchman, and Julio Cesar, the Brazilian, who used to play for such clubs as Real Madrid and AC Milan. But they were sloppy in possession at the back, and as a unit, they caused themselves an awful lot of problems. Let's take a look at that LA Galaxy game. This is very early on in the piece. The game just settling down. Here's Colin. He's got the ball on the edge of his own penalty area. That's a sloppy ball out. LA get possession right back again. In it comes to the danger zone once again. This time Cesar has the ball. Another sloppy pass right out to Juninho, his fellow Brazilian, and a looping shot which could have caused second-string goalkeeper Eric Kronberg some problems, but in the end he got back and saved well. So profligacy on the edge of their own penalty area. Let's check later in the first half here. David Beckham with the ball. Wide, in a wide area, Roger Espinoza here, we'll just pause it. He hasn't dealt with that ball and it's allowed Todd Donovan to get possession back. He slides it back into David Beckham. Look at Espinoza's reaction. The Honduran international, a flying kung fu kick on David Beckham. That's a penalty kick and Landon Donovan scored it. Well, fast forward to the start of the second half. Look at this run as we just pause it here by Lopez. It's taken Cesar out of the play here really, and it's opened a nice little channel here for Landon Donovan to walk into. Let's play it on for a little bit to see what happens. Nice turn by Donovan. We'll just pause it there. Espinoza gets a foot in. But what has he done? He's just sent the ball with all these defenders around directly to the feet of Chad Barrett. He's done Landon Donovan's work for him. We'll just play it on. Barrett plays it in beautifully to Donovan and Donovan finishes it off. Kansas City not helping themselves at the back. By this time in the game, the Kansas City centre-back partnership have been completely softened up by the LA Galaxy. Let's take a look at another example here. Long, hopeful ball forward by Donovan. Here's Juan Pablo Angel. The ball goes in the air after this header with Julio Cesar, and it'll fall to Chad Barrett here. Here we go. Barrett with the header. We'll pause it there. Both Colin and Cesar, they're just ball watching, and it leaves the predatory hawk of Juan Pablo Angel clean through. We'll play it on here. You don't want this chance to fall to the feet of Angel, waiting for his first goal for the LA Galaxy, and he gets it. That was poor ball watching by the centre-back duo for Sporting Kansas City. Not as bad as this, though. Let's take a look. Josh Saunders, long, hopeful ball forward here. It's a good kick. It's got plenty of distance, but let's look at this. Colin, first of all, nope, bounce. Says, oh, he's going to deal with it. No bounce, and the ball just over the bar. A really good chance for Chad Barrett. So I'd be surprised to see this central defensive partnership together on Saturday. Maybe Matt Beasler comes back into the centre of defence for Sporting Kansas City. Was it all Kansas City's fault? Well, perhaps not, you could argue. Look at this late on in the game. David Beckham in possession, rolls the ball back to Landon Donovan here, goes for the return. Was that a foul by Davy Arnaud, or was it a little bit soft? I think Arnaud feels it was soft. David Beckham, perhaps with that smile, agrees with him. Davy Arnaud not smiling a few minutes later. Look at that from David Beckham into the top corner. Eric Kronberg, the second choice keeper, only making his second MLS start. This is his 6th season with the Sporting Kansas City, and that is a magnificent free kick. So defensive problems for Sporting Kansas City, there's no question about that, but in attack they have one of the brightest prospects in the United States. Teal Bunbury has scored 3 goals already this season. He's fast, he's efficient, and he finishes his chances very well indeed. This is against Vancouver early in the season. This Crazy 3-3 draw. Look at this as he cuts inside the centre-back, left foot finish into the bottom left-hand corner of the net. That was a terrific goal. The game ended 3-3, remember. Now, what about the Chicago game? He dislocated his elbow pre-season. He come on as a sub here for his first appearance. Segarra's the ball, poor back pass. Great pace by Bunbury, great anticipation, and a wonderfully cool finish as well. Sporting Kansas City have other attacking options as well. Kai Kamara has scored 3 goals so far this season, and they'll hope to have Omar Bravo back, the Mexican international designated player who suffered a sports hernia injury earlier this season. Peter Vermees, you will see, will adopt a 4-3-3 formation. Kick-off at Questfield is 7 p.m. on Saturday night. The match is live on Kong TV and on News Talk 97.3 Cairo FM. Both pre-game shows on air at 6:30. Hope you enjoyed the game. That was the CenturyLink scouting report for SoundersFC.com. I'm Arlo White, and I'll talk to you soon.